Hey guys, it's Tuesday. Still out here at Mississinawa. Had a real good night's sleep on the hammock. Oh, got up, had some oatmeal for breakfast, cup of coffee. Boy, coffee just tastes so awesome out here in the woods. I don't know what it is, but it tastes different. Um, right now, I just want to talk to you, or show you most of my knives. Not all of them. Forgot some at home. And like an idiot, I forgot the one that I made because I wanted to give y'all like a close-up view of it and just tell you a little bit about it. But unfortunately, I forgot it. So I'll make another one for that separate when I get home. And I'll just put it in this video here, just kind of like a little excerpt, something like that. First off, this is my Gerber multi-tool. I couldn't tell you how long I've had this thing. I've had this for, oh gosh, at least 15 years, if not more. I really like the design. Slides in and out. Boom. Flick it out. And this is the plier version, not the needle nose version, which is a lot stronger. And I really like that. Only thing I don't like about this is when you're bearing down on something, say you're cutting something, and I've had many times where your skin gets caught in between the two levers there. And let me tell you, that stings a little bit. But over the years, I've learned to adapt and use it well, without injuring myself. This thing is, I can't say enough about it. I mean, hell, it's got a lifetime warranty on it. I just love this thing. Don't know if it's got an actual name for it. I don't think it does, because at the time it came out, I think that's the only version that they had. So only thing that says on it anywhere is just Gerber USA and the patent number. So hey, that's what I use. Using it for many years. Like it, love it, always will. I'll probably get me something else someday, just to try some different things. We'll see. Let's see here. This little dude here is an anvil knife. I actually got this for free. Found that in one of the junk drawers in the kitchen after my wife and I got married. Just a two-blade knife, very small, very simple, very sharp. I've got that. I mean, this is my carving knife. Do a lot with that thing. Keep it on me every day. That is an EDC for me. Very sharp. I always got to be careful when I'm working around that thing, man, because it's so small and delicate. Or you think it's delicate anyways. You just got to be careful with it. This one here is a Uncle Henry. Another knife that I got for free. That was also found in the junk drawer in the kitchen. It's got fairly wide assortment of blades. It's got 3 blades on it, made for different uses. I really like that. It's a little bit larger than my other one. It gives me a little bit more control, you know, when I'm carving. But if I'm in tight quarters or something like that, I use my other one. Works real well. I like this one a lot too, especially because it was free. Love free. Love it. There's another freebie. I can't remember where I acquired this, but I've had it for quite a long time. It's another folder. It's got 2 blades on it. One standard and one serrated. Nice thing about this is both blades have a frame lock on them. I really like that. Hell, it looks kind of cool just holding it in your hand. I've used this thing many times. I used to carry this one in my pocket until I found these other two, and then this one was just a little bit too heavy. I'll have to make some kind of a sheath or something out of it, so we'll figure something out. Just a nice knife to have around. Does a real nice job. I love it. Don't even know what that one's called. There isn't a name on it anywhere. I haven't really done any research on it or anything like that. So I probably won't either. This is the Walmart Special Hobo Tool. I really like this thing. It reminds me a lot of the knives we had in Boy Scouts. You know, it had the knife and the fork and the spoon, had the corkscrew, all that stuff. This one is a little bit different though. You fold it out, you fold out the knife, or the fork and the spoon, and the whole thing actually separates, which is kind of nice. If you're eating meat, something like that, you got your knife and your fork. It's got the corkscrew on it. It's got the bottle, or corkscrew. It's got bottle opener and a can opener on it. These things are like dirt cheap for what they really are. It's all stainless steel. I've had this one for a while. No signs of rust anywhere, anything like that. Seems to be pretty decent quality actually. Put it back together. Just unfold the spoon and the fork. Slip the pegs back in. Press down just a little bit. Close up the spoon. That locks that side in place. Fork locks that side in place. I've had this for, I guess probably a little over a year now. I like it. It's good and cheap. Gosh, the thing was only, well, it was less than $5, $4 and change. You ought to get it. They come in real handy. This one here is another freebie. Can't remember where I acquired this one from either. Got a name on it, but I can't really make out what it says. Not without my cheaters anyway. And I can't remember the brand of it. But I keep this. This is one of my EDCs as well. It's got the pocket clip on it. It doesn't stick out of my pocket very far at all. It did have serrated portion on the blade here, but I don't really care for serrated blades, so I got rid of the serration and just made it nice all the way. Works real well. It's not the sturdiest knife in the world. You know, it's just some type of plastic handle, but it's never let me down. Does a heck of a job on boxes at work. All kinds of different things. Just whatever I need it for. It's always there for me. Ain't let me down yet. This one here was another freebie. I actually found this one out in the woods. It was, oh gosh, about 3 years ago, I guess. And it had a wooden handle on it. But it was just destroyed. I mean, just warped and cracked, and so I just took it off. I'm working on making a new handle for it. Make a nice little neck knife, actually. That's my plan for it anyways. It's got a nice grind to it. I think it'll make a nice addition to my collection once I get the handle made and a Kydex sheath for it. Nice little necker to have. The old reliable fillet knife. Boy, I've had this one for several years also. The tips have actually been bent a few times. I've bent it back. Luckily it's flexible enough to do that with, as long as you go slow. Seems to hold an edge real well. Made in China, but hey, Walmart special, what do you expect? Alright, now we're getting to my cool ones here, my fun stuff. The old Buck 110, old trusty. I have had this knife ever since I was 15 years old. I remember the day that I bought that dude. This sucker has seen a lot of miles. I have done so much with it. I mean, the blade is just a little bit loose. I can probably do a little bit of work to it, tighten that up somewhat. It just needs cleaned overall. But of course, everybody knows the Buck 110. It's been around for forever and a day. Never forget one time I was sharpening this thing down in my bedroom when I was a teenager. My brother was sitting on the bed right across from me, and like a dumbass, you know, we expect 16 years old, I decided to see how sharp it was when I was done sharpening it. So I took and my brother was wearing some Levi's, and I just decided to see if I could cut through it just a little bit, and it not only cut through there, but it cut right through his knee, right down to the doggone kneecap, and I was just barely pushing on it. I had no idea the thing was that sharp. But anyways, I hope to have this till the day I die. Hand it down to the grandkids someday. Yeah, well, still have the original leather sheath for it too. That son of a gun is so durable, they don't make them like this anymore. They really don't. I love them buck knives. They've been around for, couldn't tell you how long. And the old Buck 119. What can I say about this knife? It's a workhorse. I mean, it's not the sturdiest knife in the world, but for what it is and how much it costs, it does a pretty darn good job. I think it was only 40 bucks when I bought it. I remember when I was a kid and I bought my 110, I bought a 119 at the same time, but I guess somebody decided that they needed my 119 more than I did, so it kind of disappeared. Many years later, I went and got another one, just because I missed it. That's all. I really don't use it a whole lot, but what I do use it for, it does the job. Don't really care for the nylon sheath. I will make a Kydex sheath for it sometime. It's just too flimsy, rattles when you walk. Don't really care for the sheath at all. This guy here, this is my workhorse. This is the U.S. Army 12 by Taylor. My brother gave this knife to me for Christmas, and I gotta tell you, the thickness of the blade is just, well, I don't know what the measurement is, but really nice thickness. This thing is just tough as nails, tougher than nails. I could probably cut a nail with that too. Holds an edge beautifully. It's been through a whole heck of a lot. Get you a close up of that. See if you can see how rough that dude is. You can see that thing's been through a lot. It says United States Army, established 1775, and then it's got the logo right there. Pretty cool. It's an absolute beautiful knife when I got it. Hey, still a beautiful knife. Works real well, this thing. The only thing I don't like about it is the jimping here is just a little too deep, and the edges on it are real sharp. So if you're chopping with it, which it chops real well, by the way, you're chopping with it, I mean, it just digs into your thumb pretty badly. So I'm gonna do a little bit of work to that. Also, I don't like the handle a whole lot. It's rubber. It's like a little hard rubber, and it is flexible. I did lose one of the screws from this side here, so that dude kind of moves around real easy, but I'm definitely going to make me a new handle for that one. Haven't decided quite what out of what yet, but it's going to be just an absolute gorgeous knife when I'm done. Thinking about doing some mother of pearl inlay or something like that on the handle. I don't know. We'll see. But that is my workhorse. This goes with me to the woods every time I go to the woods without fail. If I leave the house and this is not on me, I don't leave the house when I go to the woods. I love this thing. The sheath for this, fairly good sheath. I've got it tied up to my backpack right now. It's not very sturdy. It's actually kind of ripped in a few places, and I've only had it for like, going on 3 years now. But I definitely will be making a Kydex sheath for that. Probably 2 of them actually. So I want to keep a, well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I thought about keeping the one sheath permanently attached to my backpack, but we'll see what happens. And the old Gerber Gator Jr. I just picked this up 4 days ago. You know, it's coming out here, and I've got a machete, but it's just a piece of crap. Doesn't work well at all. I saw this at Dunham's, like 19 bucks. It's the, as I said, it's the Gerber Gator Jr. It's the smaller version. They do have a long version. That son of a gun is just like, wow. And it was still pretty dadgum inexpensive. It was only $22, $23, but I didn't want anything that massive. I have used this out here, used it in the yard. The saw worked well. The edge out of the box really sucked. I mean, it was bad. It was nasty. So I had to do a little work on that before I headed out here, but it's I've just about got it where I want it. It needs to have a little bit better of an edge on it, and I'll get to that. But I like the lanyard on there. A couple different ways you can use that. Wrap it around. It's not tight enough. You can tighten it up even a little more. Get yourself a really nice grip. That dude is not coming off, man. Also, the way they've got it designed is, flip it around there. What you're chopping or what have you, I mean, it's not going to come off. It just will not. Nice design, good and solid. One little quirk about it is the blade's got just a little bit of a tick of movement in it. Don't know exactly why. I just discovered that this morning. And also flip the thing around. Flip the lanyard around for sawing. As I said, the saw works real well. Happy with the saw. Don't think it needs anything. Cuts right through some of the hardest woods out here with pretty much ease. So can't really say enough about the Gerber Gator Jr. Very nice small machete. I don't know if you can actually consider it a machete, but I am. So the sheath, even though it's nylon, still pretty darn good quality. I mean, it's good and solid. With the Velcro on there, man, it holds that dude in. It's not coming out. Ain't no way. Unless you snag something on that or what have you. But I'm happy with the sheath. I was really surprised that it was only like 20 bucks, $19 and change. I was real surprised at that. That was one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and buy it. Plus, I've been, wanting a nice machete for a while, and hey, finally got one. My hatchet. This dude has been in my toolbox for, boy, I could not tell you how long. Just the head of it, though. I think this used to be actually a framing axe. A little bit heavy, but I just grabbed me an old axe handle, brought the thickness down, got it put together. It took me a while to get the curvature right and everything, and put some finger notches in the handle. This thing does pretty darn good. A little bit heavy. Probably could be a little lighter, but hey, it was a framing axe at one time. That's what they needed. They needed some weight. Boom, drive that nail in with one hit. That's the whole point of a framing axe. One smack, bada bing, your nail's in. And it's got the old nail notch right there, of course. Who knows if that'll ever get used. If I have use for it, hey, there it is. Well, that's all my good stuff. A couple things I want to talk about. A couple disappointments, actually, that I want to talk about. Everybody's heard the phrase, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, I've always wanted, well, for a long time, I've wanted a kukri. And I was at this little trade show up here in Kokomo, and there were a couple places that had some, cool looking knives, and this guy had this one on display, this kukri. It's an M-Tech. I don't know if you can see it on the ground or not, but the dude's actually in two pieces. I bought this thing for 30 bucks. It is an M-Tech. I brought it out here, and I took 2 swings with it. The second swing, this part of the blade went flying out in the frickin' woods. I was so fucking pissed, and excuse my language, I was so pissed and disappointed, really disappointed. I mean, it's just such a cool knife. I love the design of the kukris. They're really cool. I guess this means, hey, I can't trust these guys to get me a cheap one that's going to work, so I'll just make one. Heck with it. Someday. Got a lot of things going. It's hard to make the time to do that kind of stuff, but well, there's something I never really noticed before. It's 440 stainless, USA design. Hand crafted in China. There you go. Another disappointment that I had. These are really probably about the only 2 disappointing knives I think I've ever owned. Could be wrong, but anyways, this is a Winchester. I got it at Walmart, 20 bucks. It's got 3 blades on it. Standard hook point. It's got a gut hook, and it's got a bone saw. So basically, this was made for skinning, cleaning deer, field dressing, and all that. My big disappointment about this one was the main knife blade, the lock on it broke somehow. I don't know if you can see that. To lock it in place, you've actually got to push down with your finger. And then, boom, there you go. I mean, it's still usable, but it just pisses me off that I bought something that broke, and it broke fairly quickly. Actually, I think I only had it like 3 months. I think I used it one time, maybe two. Yeah, 2 times. My second time is when that happened. I have no idea how it broke, why it broke. Can't even tell what's broke inside there, but I'm sure I can figure it out. But well, as cheap as it was, I'll just keep it around for, oh, whatever. I guess I could use the gut hook and the bone saw for field dressing deer. Hopefully I'll get another one this year. That was awesome last year. Well, hey, sorry I rambled on so long. Just kind of wanted to show you some of the knives that I have. Again, I didn't bring all of them with me. I've got some more at the house. But these ones are really the only ones that are worth noting, I guess. Hey, I'll check with y'all later. Getting ready to go down to the river, see if I can shoot some more carp. By the way, I don't know if any of you have ever tried it, but carp are very good eating. The only ones so far that I've cared for is the common carp. But you got to be careful when you're cleaning them. A lot of people are miffed about it. They say you got to get the mud vein out. Well, there's no such thing as a mud vein in a carp. You have to get the red meat off of the fish. There's really dark red meat on there, usually skin side. As long as you get that off of there, stuff really does have good flavor. I'll compare it to just about any other fish out there. Very tasty, really good. I enjoy it. So maybe I'll have some fish for dinner this evening. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck. See you later.